So one thing I like to do that's a little bit nerdy is the Gundam kits. They're robot uh, kits, figure kits that they're called Gunpla. When that happens, I'm stuck with all these leftover plastic frames that you cut out the parts from it. And when I was trying to get rid of some of them, I realized that these particular frames have plastic pieces that kind of look like potion bottles or maybe even drink bottles for a tavern. So I'm gonna try to make a bunch of these potion bottles, drink bottles, if you will, and maybe try to make a potion stall. Like, nice and easy build today. All right, hope you guys enjoy.
On the job.
That's a miracle pill.
Chocolate coating makes it go down easier, but you have to wait 15 minutes for full potency. And you shouldn't go in swimming after for at least, what?
An hour.
Yeah, an
A good hour. Yeah.
Thank you for everything.
Okay.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll...
Urine of the horsefly, 3 coins from a dead man's pocket, 2 teaspoons of wishful thinking. That should do it.
Hush now, buffoon. This is a highly combustible synthesis.
What?
I'm going to transform us back.
No way, geek.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna stay this way forever.
So I have these leftover pieces of plastic from a Gundam kit that I just recently built, and you can see that these little excess pieces of plastic look like potion bottles, and I even have some leftovers that I can possibly use. These look like flasks or beakers, and some bowls. So this looks like it's gonna work out pretty well. Well, hopefully at least. So I'm gonna use this flat X-Acto knife to just punch these pieces of plastic out. And there you go. To make this easier to paint, I'm just gonna attach these pieces of plastic onto this popsicle stick. Just put some PVA glue. And stand them up like this. When PVA glue dries up, it'll be easier for me to paint them in mass quantities since I'm going to be making a lot of them. Hi. So I got a lot of things painted. So this is what they look like from originally those plastic frames from gunpla kits. They look pretty good, and I'm just gonna pry them off of the stick and gonna just randomly scatter them all over my potion stall. And that's it. I'm happy with the way they turned out considering they're garbage. See ya.
Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it.
So I completely forgot to turn on my microphone at this point, but I'm pretty much talking about how since there's no foam, I can just use fire to burn off all the webbing from the hot glue gun and the extra pieces of wood that sticks out after you scratch it off. I don't know why I'm making weird faces though, but that's pretty much what I was talking about. So I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue to attach these pieces onto the base so I can flock it with this sandy material that I have, which is I actually recycle it from used hand warmers, those things that you take out of the pack and you shake in. It gets your hand warm for about 8 hours. And I'm gonna not glue it permanently so I can take it off later, but I will still have it flocked because I want to be able to take these pieces off because it'd be easier to paint them afterwards. So I like sealing these corrugated parts here with the substrate. So I just put a lot of PVA glue on the edges here and just kind of dip it and put a little bit of pressure on it to make sure it gets all in the substrate or in the corrugated part. So you can see the difference, how it pretty much seals it. It makes the base stronger too. So I'm going to start placing these potion bottles and pots, mixing pots into the shelves and the tables. I'm just going to basically just use regular crazy glue and then just kind of slowly place them in all over the place, and hopefully it looks halfway decent.
Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
So here's my potion store. So far, it's coming along pretty nice. It's very colorful. I'm gonna put a little canopy up here made from cheesecloth. It's gonna be a little, it's not really gonna cover much. Makes you wonder why there's a very flimsy canopy that doesn't shade. But I don't want the canopy to cover all the potions that I was kind of highlighting in this build. So, but hey, you know, my potion seller's been dipping in his stash, so he doesn't really care how shady or not shady the canopy is. Okay, now that it's cut to fit, I'm gonna kind of paste it with Mod Podge to make it more sturdy and make it harder and kind of make it easier to kind of shape.
Retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
While shopping at the market to replenish her healing potions, Jilu Mutton Chops, the rogue halfling, came upon a broken down shield. As she approached it, the dungeon master appears out of nowhere, offering her advice. Roll for initiative.